Hello and welcome. So the question I'm going to answer today is how should I respond to market volatility? And I suppose when we talk market, we talk in general in regards to investment markets. We talk about the share market, property market, fixed interest market, cash. As we've experienced, even the cash market's been volatile in regards to the fact that it's not paying much these days in regards to the return on cash. So probably what I will focus on is because people are more familiar with growth assets being shares and property. The first point I would say is at the end of the day you need to be a longer term investor. So at least 5 years, and even that is medium term. I wouldn't classify that as long term. But thinking with the end in mind, what first of all as an accumulator, what is your position in regards to that wealth accumulation date in regards to where you want to be financially independent, and then even retirement, you continue to invest. I mean, even if you retire at 60, 65, you've still got 20, 30 years or more of life left. So you want to ensure that you're investing for the time frame that you are, I suppose, setting your targets for. And if we live too long, then you've got assets that will continue to accumulate for you. So if market volatility occurs, I'm not a believer in the fact you should be selling out the market. I think you need to adjust your strategy. But the thing with people who say that shares are more volatile, shares can be volatile simply for the fact that you see the valuation of shares being made on a daily, hourly, or by the minute basis. So you'll see fluctuations every minute of the day in regards to particular stocks that are listed on the Australian market, the international market, and so forth. But we think property is less volatile. But when we value property only on average every 7 years, once every 7 years. So effectively you see from point A to point B a return on your investment. And that's the way we should also look at managing other investments. Again, whether it be shares, property, fixed interest, cash, we need to think with a longer term horizon in place. And the way I like to limit volatility in the marketplace is by investing on a month-to-month basis, so dollar cost averaging. And the only way we can do that is by investing in either managed investments, shares and so on, every single month, so that if the market does retract in value, you then have the opportunity to buy at a lesser price, at a discounted price. So don't be afraid of market volatility. Take advantage of it. It's an opportunity. It's like going down to the supermarket and you've got a 2-for-1 sale on. The sale's on a can of beans, for example. There's a sale on shares. If the market drops in regards to property, people aren't going to generally, unless the bank forces them to, panic and sell out of the market in regards to that particular property that they own. So be patient. Have a portfolio of diversified assets that will achieve the longer term outcome for you, and you need to know what that is. Do you need to be achieving a 6% annualized return, an 8% annualized return, 10% or more, and then design a portfolio around that desired outcome that you need to achieve in regards to ultimately thinking with the end in mind. So build the portfolio around your appetite or lack thereof in the way of risk. And don't be scared of volatility. Take advantage of it. Again, it creates opportunities, and that's the way I like to see market volatility as greater opportunity rather than risk. The issue in regards to the thing that I suppose happened through the GFC is people were over leveraged, over borrowed within that period. So you need to ensure that you've got your cash flow management exposure managed well for the medium to long term. So don't be afraid of volatility. It can be seen as an opportunity, and just continue on with that longer term view and diversify with your investments. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed it.